Namaste. Welcome to Tridevi Chamunda Mandir in Denver, Colorado. This is Yamajit, and thank you so much for joining me for our Tuesday Satsang. Tonight, part 33 of our series, Kali for Everyone. And tonight will be a puja and a satsang for Ma Kalaratri. And you might notice her appearance is rather familiar, maybe similar to who we honored last week. And this is really a recurring theme that we see both in Hinduism and in Tibetan Buddhism as well. So she looks a great deal like Palden Lamo, but very similar in form. And we'll talk more about her symbolism. I'd like to start out with a brief announcement. So this coming Friday at 7 p.m. Will be the next installment of our series on the 64 yoginis. And we're going to be honoring one of my favorites among the 64, the fire goddess Javalamukhi. And I'm going to say a lot about my visit to her temple in 2006. I'd like to thank Jayoza for joining me this evening, and anybody else who happens to be tuning in at this time. Please feel free to say hello using the chat function on the bottom of your screen. One other thing I'll mention is we're not going to do the usual pre-meditation for the puja. There's going to be an opportunity to work on a personal intention in the course of the guided meditation that we'll be doing for Ma Kalaratri following the puja. So again, welcome and namaste. Goddess Kalaratri is the seventh form of Goddess Durga, worshipped during the 9 days of the Divine Mother, Navaratri. Specifically, she's honored on the seventh day, known as Saptami, or the Kalaratri Puja. And she's one of the fiercest and most protective manifestations of the Divine Mother, and very much a form of Ma Kali. The name is similar to Kali. The first part of her name, Kala, means time, death, or darkness. Kala also means time, darkness as in the dark infinity of space, or the dark soil from which all things arise and to which all things return. And then the second part of her name, Ratri, means night. So night of time, night of darkness, night of death. Death, of course, followed by rebirth. Kalaratri represents the destruction of evil, darkness, and ignorance. She's considered the most fearsome form of Devi, and again, a form of Kali, yet her nature is deeply protective and benevolent toward her devotees. In my favorite scripture, the Devi Mahatmya, also known as the Chandipat, or the Durga Shaptasati, the 700 verses of Ma Durga, she takes the form of Chamunda or Kali and destroys powerful demons like Shumba and Nishumba, whose names mean self-conceit and self-deprecation, and Raktabija, whose name means seeds of desire. Kalaratri is depicted as dark-complected, like the night sky. Unkept, flowing hair, fearsome but compassionate expression on her face, and I think we can see that in this Tanka image. 3 eyes blazing, that third eye being associated with not just being in the normal waking state of consciousness, but other states of consciousness as well. She's shown as either two-armed, like the figure we see here, holding a Kapala skull cup filled with blood, and a Khadga, or sword. She can also be in a four-armed form, where she's displaying Abhaya Mudra, dispelling fear, and Varada Mudra, the giving of boons or blessings. The Khadga, or sword, and then very often she's also shown holding a Vajra, or lightning bolt, like this one here. Very often in images of Kalaratri, her Vajra has a rather interesting form. It looks very much like a human spinal column, complete with ribs on the sides. So there's a strong association with the rising of Kundalini energy in acts of meditation. She rides a donkey, as we can see in this image. She emits a powerful radiance that dissolves negativity. She's also identical with another Hindu goddess called Shitala. And Shitala, who's also a form of Ma Bhairavi, is a wrathful dark goddess who battles smallpox and other epidemics. She's called on in this day and age for childhood diseases like outbreaks of measles or chickenpox, to give a couple of examples. She represents the disillusion of fear, the conquering of one's inner night, the inner night of ignorance. Worshipping her is believed to remove obstacles and fears, protect one from negative forces, and grant courage and spiritual awakening. We can see that she's accompanied by Lord Ganesha, and so there's that association with the removal of obstacles again. The mantra we're going to be using for our puja and during our meditation is Om Devi Kalaratryai Namaha. Om Devi Kalaratryai Namaha. Om Devi Kalaratryai Namaha. Om Devi Kalaratryai Namaha. She is worshipped by her devotees for protection from unseen dangers, for strength during difficult times, for spiritual transformations, and to overcome fear, anxiety, and any kind of darkness that exists within. So, with that, Jai Ma Kalaratri, let's go into our puja. So I invite you to take a comfortable seated position. Find a position where your back can be straight, either sitting on your mat, maybe with a cushion under your hips, kind of like I am right now, or even seated in a straight back chair. But go ahead and find a position where you're going to be able to breathe deeply and fully. So make sure your spine is straight. Maybe roll the shoulders back to open the chest. And let's go ahead and if you have your puja set handy, that would be a wonderful thing to do the puja along with me. I'll talk you through the steps. And otherwise, if you feel comfortable, I invite you to join me in our mantra, Om Devi Kalaratryai Namaha. Let's begin by putting our hands together at our heart center. And let's begin by chanting the syllable Om 3 times. So deep breath, deep inhalation for Om. Second deep breath for Om. Third deep breath for Om. So taking a spoonful of water from your water pot, let's begin by cleansing our hands. Om Devi Kalaratryai Namaha. With your right hand, anointing your third eye and heart center. Om Devi Kalaratryai Namaha. Taking a second spoonful of water, cleansing your altar area. Om Devi Kalaratryai Namaha. Taking the perfume bottle, placing some on your ring or middle finger and anointing your altar images. Om Devi Kalaratryai Namaha. Also your third eye center. Om Devi Kalaratryai Namaha. With your right hand, offering whatever food items you have on your altar. Om Devi Kalaratryai Namaha. Lighting the candle that's on your altar and offering that with your right hand. Om Devi Kalaratryai Namaha. Om Devi Kalaratryai Namaha. Lighting your incense with your right hand, offering the incense. Om Devi Kalaratryai Namaha. Om Devi Kalaratryai Namaha. Taking a spoonful of water and offering that to cool the atmosphere. Om Devi Kalaratryai Namaha. And then with your right hand, offering flowers. Om Devi Kalaratryai Namaha. Om Devi Kalaratryai Namaha. Jai Ma Kalaratri. Jai Ma Kalaratri. Jai Ma Kalaratri. So I invite you to sit comfortably. And now I invite you to close your eyes for a short meditation. And I invite you to take a slow, deep breath in and exhale. Give a little sigh. Let's do that 2 more times. Deep breath in. Exhale. Just let all the tensions of the day drop away. And now 1 more time, a deep inhale. And a third exhale. And now I invite you to continue to breathe slowly and deeply. Slow, deep yogic breaths. And imagine your spine lengthening with each inhalation. And imagine your shoulders softening with each exhalation. And feel the weight of your body supported by the earth beneath you. And with each exhalation, let the tension melt away from your face. Let the tensions melt away from your neck. Feel the tensions melt away from your chest. Feel the tensions melt away from your shoulders, your arms, and your hands. Feel the tensions melt away from your abdomen, from your hips, from your legs, and from your feet. And then let yourself shift to a more natural breath. Let the breath breathe itself. So with your eyes closed, I invite you to visualize a peaceful, star-filled night sky stretching endlessly around you. And know this is not a frightening darkness. It is deep. It is nourishing and silent. And just know that you're safe here. Kalaratri, the darkness of night. In the center of this vast night, a gentle blue-black light begins to shimmer. And from this radiant darkness, the form of goddess Kalaratri appears. Darkened skin, naked, hair unbound, holding a sword for cutting away attachments, a skull cup for the transformation of consciousness, and holding the mudras of dispelling fear and giving blessings. Her aura glows like midnight, a midnight storm whose clouds are lit by lightning. Her eyes calm, protective, and fiery. One hand is raised in a Abhaya mudra offering protection, and the other extends Varada mudra, giving blessings. Feel her presence, not as fearsome, but as the destroyer of fear itself. Look upon her image in your mind's eye. And notice that she is looking at you now with compassion. And while in her presence, you're invited to identify a fear within yourself, a tension or worry that you're holding on to at this time. It could be a stress. It could be a memory, a hidden anxiety, or feelings of uncertainty. Just focus on the first thing that comes up and hold it gently in your awareness. And then imagine taking that fear, that tension, that worry, and placing it in a small sphere of light in front of you. And see that fear or that uncertainty surrounded by a ball of light. And Ma Kalaratri comes forward and touches that sphere with her glowing right hand and dissolves. It dissolves instantly. That fear has disappeared like smoke into darkness and transformed into peace. And now take a deep and clearing breath and let yourself accept this peace within yourself. Breathing in peace. And now Ma Kalaratri places her right hand above your head. And feel a stream of warm, powerful, protective light flowing into you. Feel yourself filled with this light, filling your chest with courage, calming your mind, strengthening your will, clearing away old doubts and shadows. And feel this energy rooting itself within your heart. And let it expand through your entire being. Breathing in strength, breathing out clarity as you listen to her mantra. Om Devi Kalaratri Namaha. Om Devi Kalaratryai 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 Namaha. Jai Ma Kalaratri. Jai Ma Kalaratri. Jai Ma Kalaratri. So now Ma Kalaratri begins to speak to you in a voice that is silent, yet unmistakably clear. She tells you you are safe. She tells you you are strong. She tells you to walk without fear. And let these words echo within your awareness. And slowly the image of Kalaratri fades into the soft night. And you see the stars above you growing brighter, bringing your attention back to your breath, breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Om Devi, Kalaratryai Namaha. Om Devi, Kalaratryai Namaha. Om Devi, Kalaratryai Namaha. Om Krishnam Kalavadaranam Shulakadgadaram Shivam Abhyam Varadam Devim Kalaratrim Namamayam. We bow to the goddess Kalaratri, dark as the night, with a fierce face, holding the trident and sword. She is auspicious, granting fearlessness and boons to her devotees. Jai Ma Kalaratri. Jai Ma Kalaratri. Jai Ma Kalaratri Devi. Namaha. I invite you to take a deep and clearing breath, letting go of the meditation and bringing your awareness back to your body and your personal space. Feeling the floor beneath you supporting you. Feeling the temperature of the air on the skin, the clothes that cover you. Hearing the sound of my voice and any other sounds in your environment. Take another deep clearing breath. Slowly move your fingers and your toes, your hands and your feet. Your arms and legs, maybe give it a little stretch while keeping your eyes closed. And slowly bring your palms together at your heart center. And silently give thanks to the Divine Mother, knowing she is present, not just around you, but within you as well. Knowing she's there to teach you, to guide you, and to heal you and protect you. And take a moment to also give gratitude to yourself for taking part in our practice this evening, knowing you can replay the broadcast whenever you'd like to do that meditation again. And know you can always repeat that mantra whenever you have need as well. Om Devi Kalaratri Namaha, Katriye Namaha. And slowly opening your eyes. Namaste. Blessings always. Thank you so very much for joining me tonight. And Jai Ma. Jai Ma. Jai Ma. Namaste. So I hope that you enjoyed that this evening. Enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed sharing it. I'd like to thank Gioza and Zigzag Zebra and Vishant Sharma for joining me, and everyone else who is tuning in live as well. And I'd also like to thank anyone who'll be watching the recording in the future. Thank you so very much. And I look forward to you joining me Friday night, 7 p.m., either live on YouTube. If you're in the Denver area, you're always welcome to come to our temple, 1260 South Xavier Street in Denver, Colorado, 80219. And if you'd like to share anything about your experience in the meditation, or if you have any questions, please feel free to message me at my channel, or you can always email me at aumcdevi@gmail.com. That's AUMCDevi, DEVI, at gmail.com. As always, I encourage you to take a little time for some quiet contemplation before resuming the evenings or the day's activities. And Jai Mata Di, Jai Mata Di, Jai Mata Di. Thank you again. And have a wonderful night. Jai Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Ma, and blessings.